My name's Colin Payne.
I'm Calvin Cheney Cole III. I go by Cheney.
We're in my basement.
Beautiful, beautiful basement. We're about to throw like a raging house show. It's gonna be awesome, and we're a little bit worried that it's gonna get way too packed out, so
It'll be good.
My name is Mark Austin. People know me as Rooster, and I am the owner and operator of Clover Lick Banjo Shop. So the DIY scene for Fort Collins is actually like a super rich community, especially in the last 5 years. The role that Clover Lick Banjo Shop plays is we do very underground private showcases of people that, you know, play music all over the country and even all over the world. We really wanted to come in big, and we wanted to make sure that our community footprint, all of these people that supported us and helped us build this place, one of our big models was, hey, let's build it together. People showed up out of nowhere. They were like, hey, I want to help you guys. Give me a tool. So we wanted to give back. We wanted to celebrate. Last Earth Day was no different than any other Earth Day. Musicians, friends, family, kids, the Kids Creative Corner. I mean, we build these little wooden banjos and kids paint on them. And every year we have a whole new like photo bank of these kids that got creative for a moment. You know what I mean? If the community supports you, you feel compelled to give back to the community. And that's basically what the Earth Day event is and what it means to us. It's our opportunity every year to show, hey guys, thank you. Like, this is for you. One group that a DIY group that I love and respect is Blast and Scrap. They're giving these young people that are playing aggressive music, that are too young to go to a bar and aren't even interested in bars. They just need a little corner in a space to express themselves and inspire the people around them. And then they see the world as this platform of individuality and expression and being able to put out your opinions and your thoughts and your messages in a way that people are actually listening. A voiceless group that have been fighting for something to say finally find an opportunity.
The whole point of Blast and Scrap is that you get your start here and that we foster that and we encourage that and we give you the opportunities so that you can do as you are able to do. It's about building somebody else up. Community. We are not a scene. A scene is just by, oh, well, that band's cool, they're the best talented band. I don't care about who the coolest, best talented band is. I care about the person that wants to do it the most. I feed off of it. How you do, how much you do? Well, I mean, caffeine, yeah, but like, I feed off the energy. You talk to somebody face to face, they see the passion in your eyes, you put the flyer in their hand, you say, you know, this is the good causes that you're gonna be representing by coming here. And if you don't have the money, that's one of the good causes that we are about, so you should be here anyway. We'd rather have you in these doors than outside, bummed because you don't have money. That's ridiculous. Skateboarding and music goes hand in hand, especially, you know, since we do have a lot of the funk variety, but like, it is crazy what they can pull off that quickly with their feet. It took a very long time for people to recognize that, and now it's an Olympic sport. A lot of music is the exact same way. All right, teenagers possessed by the devil. The kids broke through the chairs and were dancing in the aisle. Something's wrong here, all right? This is an alternative art form and one that was focused on strongly by adolescents and teenagers and built, because most art forms are built by teenagers who have the energy and the time to do it. I'm pushing 40. I'm not inventing the next style of music. Doesn't mean that I can't foster it. It doesn't mean that it's not high time we have it. So why not give space and give guidance, not direction. They know what direction they're going in, but I've made a lot of mistakes and I'm here to help.
My name is Neelan, and I put on house shows, art shows at my house. I love the DIY scene. I think it's pretty like DIY house show. It's really like the bands bring what they have to use, and like most of them share, and like really just, I love DIY in general. I'm a big DIY gal. So like I think so, I don't know. I think what is like why people keep coming back is because we have a good balance where there's like music and art, where it's not just like a concert. Like there's like things to do and hang out in the backyard and you can still hear the music, or you can go and watch the music and dance, or you can come inside and like look at all the local art. So there's a good mixture of things to do. The whole first level is the art gallery, and then the garage is like the dancing zone in the driveway. And then the backyard is really just like where we have all of our paints out, and like anybody can use them. Whatever is out there is fair game. We used to do a lot of art nights at my old house, but it was just like really like our friend groups, and we always wanted to have people come and play music, but just never really worked out. So when I moved here, all the roommates I used to live with moved, so I was like, well, I'm just gonna do it, because like really wanted to have a place in Fort Collins where it really brought together like the artistic community and everything. And then we did the first one, which I was really surprised. The first one got a lot of people to come by, so it was really fun. Like it's a really great community. It's definitely not hard to find people to play the show. Like a lot of people reach out to do it, but then it's also like someone knows someone that's in a band that would do it, you know? So it's like, it's really fun. We have an EDM DJ. We have Asteroid Horse is kind of like indie. And then Virgil Vigil is just super, just like I don't know how to like describe it with a word, but yeah, they're all completely different bands, which is gonna be really fun. The most fun part of having the house shows is like the constant cycle of new bands that you can hear. And then the more it grows, like the more artists that reach out, which is really cool to see, because I've met so many different artists through doing this specifically, and now it's like I see them all around town, and if they're doing an art show or something, invite all of the other artists that they've worked with, so that's really cool, like watching the community grow. So I think like the most that I want to get out of it is just introducing people to people that enjoy doing the same thing that they can, and like have my friends support, or art get supported, and just like grow the community in that way.
What inspires me with music, why banjos, all of these big questions, is a very simple answer. If you clap your hands or you tap something, it's infectious. People will start bobbing their head. People will start feeling something outside of themselves that moves them. That's art. When it comes down to it, all I did was I decided as a youth is that I am a person who enjoys art. So I spent my life trying to figure out how this thing works. And when the banjo showed up on my door, literally plucked it off a friend's wall when I was about to move in my van. It was a symbol of that liberation and freedom that I was embarking upon. There's no one telling you how you play an instrument. It's your choices and what comes out of you. It's freedom. And it's apparent. The second you watch it, you go to a DIY show and someone plays a song that brings you to tears or you break down, like, what is that? I don't know, but you can't ignore it. You know what I mean? And that's what DIY fosters, is that space. That true, authentic connection to yourself and something beyond that. It's special.
You know, I've been a venue manager a few times before this, and I drank myself out of every one of those jobs. But newly clean from physical addiction of booze, I didn't want a bar. I wanted the arts and crafts store. I just wanted the arts to be accessible to everybody because music kept me going for a very long time. I didn't have anything to hang on to, and that was the only thing that ever brought me hope or joy in a very narcissistic way of living. When you're an addict, you don't really have a choice but to think of where the next drink's coming from. If I had ever lost hope about it, which I should have given up for all intents and purposes a long, long time ago, but if I had given up the hope that I'd do something with music, then I probably would have fallen flat on my face and died. Right? If there's any reason for the trajectory of Blast and Scrap, it's because I wasted 15 years of my life and struggled for the greater part of 20 of them on even just the concept of alcohol. I'm obsessive, I fixate, and because I fixate, I can get things done, whether it's destroying things or apparently building things. 15-year-olds have a place to go. Their parents are gonna trust dropping them off here because we're not gonna have alcohol. There's a bar 100 feet away in the strip mall. There's so many quotes that from other bands that could embody this, right? Just give me a scene where the music is free and the beer is not the life of the party. Art for the sake of art, right? That should be enough. It was my first love. It was the first thing that made me feel out of this world. If I had my headphones on, I was lifted and I was going other places. Long before things that ended up ruining my life for a long period of time took me other places, right? We don't just do hardcore and punk rock and metal, right? Those shows do really well in Fort Collins. This area likes that. I did grow up listening to punk rock. That was like my first foray into testing the waters of what I could do musically. I'm pretty sure the kids can just smell me and know that I'm one of them.
The cool thing about a house show, I think, is it's so much more relaxed that you get to make it more of what you want. You know, because at the atrium and stuff, and when you go into a venue, you're like, I'm here for the show. But a house show, it's cool because you're like, I can be here at the show. I can down in the basement, I can walk upstairs, play beer pong. I can walk outside, hang out with my friends, and smoke a spliff. And I don't have to be just blasted by the music the whole time. Yeah. It's free. We're all hanging out. Right. You know.
And you can decide if someone's causing problems or being unsafe, you can choose to, maybe
get the fuck out.
You could relocate them. Yeah.
With that, it makes the show better. Because I don't know, when you get when you make it more professional, put everything together, there's another little bit of anxiety there, but you're I'm in a house show, I know everybody here, let's just rip and not care. And that makes music better every time. Yeah, the way I describe it to everybody is just you're gonna everyone's gonna welcome you, and you will probably like the majority of people there.
Yeah. It's
it's not everyone's welcoming.
It's not a house party where it's people are having drama and cliques. It's just
come drink a beer, come watch some bands.
Yeah.
We all love each other here. Yeah.
Yeah, party if you want, but don't be dumb and don't be mean. Those are my two rules for the house. Because sometimes people haven't been to house shows before, and then they come and they're like, dude, that was awesome. That's a really good feeling as the host. Just to provide that and provide a space for the bands to have that same feeling too. A lot of times people leave that was super rad. And they're the ones who played, but at least I was able to give them a space for it.
And how long did you two
Not. I mean, like I feel like I've known him for a long time, but I've only known
Yeah.
Colin for.
Many lifetimes ago we've met.
Yeah,
for
I
sure.
think like back when we were both small, like single-celled organisms was when we first met actually.
vibing.
But in this lifetime, it was
Less than a
about
year.
like it was about like 8 months ago, I think. Alice, what's your favorite part about the house shows? No.
She said, the music, duh.
Any good stories you have?
Yeah,
Good story.
but I'm on the spot, so give me.
So I mean, like, I guess the last thing I could add is just like if anybody does watch this and like they're thinking about like playing music or doing the shows, is like a lot of people like don't know where to start, and like there is no place to start. Just like you just got to do it. Like just jump into the fire and like you're gonna figure it out. And like reach out, make friends. Like I've seen
Everyone
people,
wants to help.
I've seen people try to do it by themselves, and it's like they're lonely, and their music isn't as good. It's like get some friends, like be creative together. This is like art is about being together and having a good time.
And if you really want to do something, you just have to start. Because the universe is conspiring to make you happy. So things will fall into place. Like if you just start, then you'll know the next thing to do. You don't have to think about it all at once. It's all good. Just start.
Like a dance party starts with one. Right, somebody goes nuts long enough, eventually the person next to them just starts bobbing their head, and the person behind them starts shaking their butt, and before you know it, like the thing's going. I didn't do it myself. It's a team project, it's a community project. Now it's a DIO. Now we do it ourselves. We have an umbrella, you know? And you think you're stuck outside in the rain because you don't have a creative place to go, and you can come underneath with us.
DIY is not this restricted space where you're not allowed, or you have to be a certain way, or you have to dig a certain thing, or you have to know certain people to be welcome. If you're kind and you appreciate the fact that you're there and you're participating, that's the key, because it's not do it alone. Like, do it yourself is do it together. That's what it really means. So everyone's welcome. If you think you're not welcome, go.
Something